Chris Sidoti, thanks so much for joining us. Today, the Israeli president touched down in Sydney for this week-long visit here. You have major concerns about that and believe that it should never have been allowed to go ahead. Talk us through that.
Well, it shouldn't have been allowed to go ahead because although President Herzog is a ceremonial head of state, he is the head of the State of Israel. And that's a state that has been found by courts already, by the Commission of Inquiry, UN Commission, of which I'm a member, and many others, as having been responsible for war crimes, crimes against humanity and genocide. So he doesn't come here as an individual to pay his respects to the Jewish community. He comes here as the head of state of a state that has been found to be responsible for some of the most serious international crimes. And that's just not right, simple as that.
And you actually think that the Australian government should have acted and the federal police should have acted to actually go further and charge or arrest him?
Our commission has concluded that President Herzog is responsible for the incitement to genocide. Now, he has denied that, of course, and we have reported extensively on the comments he has made in response to our findings. But nonetheless, even taking into account the response he made, we've considered the full context of his comments and stand by our conclusion that he's responsible for the incitement to genocide. Now, that's something that goes beyond his role as a ceremonial head of state. This is a personal issue, his own words. And for that reason, too, he should not have been allowed to come to Australia.
But Chris, key members of the Jewish community and some of the families and victims themselves say that this was an important visit and it gave them solace and comfort to a community that obviously been so badly impacted by what happened on December 14. Is that not of importance and value?
The government says that, but President Herzog himself doesn't say that. He says that expressing condolences to the Jewish community is only one of the reasons of his visit. And it seems from his comments it's not even the most important reason. He says himself he has come to set Australians straight about what Israel is doing and to restore a previous close relationship between Israel and Australia. Now that means his visit is not a visit to mourn, but it's a visit that is political, that is in fact propaganda. So his view seems to be different from the Australian government's view as to the purposes of his visit.
We also saw a full-page advertisement in today's paper signed by 1,000 Jews who didn't want this visit to go ahead, and I've interviewed groups that have said that they think it was more divisive to have him here than an act of harmony. Do you think those views have been ignored by the government?
I think, in fact, the government has taken the opposite view, and the government is wrong. The Prime Minister has spoken from the beginning of this need for rebuilding social cohesion in Australia, for national unity. But nothing could be more divisive. Nothing could undermine social cohesion more than having one of the most divisive figures in the world visit Australia at this time. It's the wrong time, it's the wrong person, and he should not be visiting.